Happy Ferris Bueller Day for those who observe. Great song from the English Beat in that movie. Yes. And, of course, my good friend Alan Ruck, Bill, was in town a few weeks ago. The pride of Parma, Ohio.
Oh, Rucker.
And
Ruckety Ruck.
And a more down-to-earth fellow you'd be hard-pressed to find. Your Cleveland Guardians are in town tonight, hoping to do tonight what they did last night, which is beat those Kansas City Royals. 8-5. George Brett didn't have a prayer last night. Guardians Royals tonight. 6:05 is when we will step aside for your pregame coverage with Hammy and Rosie and the whole Hee Haw gang. And then 6:40 is your first pitch, second of 3 tonight. They'll finish the series in the afternoon tomorrow. I think the odds are tomorrow is going to be a doubleheader.
Let's see. Let's take a quick look at the forecast. Pretty good.
Look like things
pretty good.
were
it's
rolling through.
Yeah, it's going to be all
in the next hour or so. But I don't care because I'm going to be on the Cleveland Funny Bus, baby.
Yeah.
Woohoo! And say again?
We get the weather you guys are having like 12 hours later. So it's thunderstorming. I don't know if it started where you're at right now in Cleveland, but it's scheduled to start around 4 or 5 a.m. here in New York, which is just in time for my flight to get delayed tomorrow morning.
Wow.
And everything's coming up there.
Because you're supposed to be in here with us tomorrow.
Yeah, because I've had a great week. I was supposed to have a gigs Friday and Saturday in Michigan, and the Saturday gig got canceled. So
where was that? The Davison one?
The Davison one is Friday. That one is happening.
Okay.
The Saturday one was in Columbus, Michigan.
Yeah.
And it was I should have known because it was just the money was way too good for it to be a bar show. And then, they canceled it. They canceled it yesterday. So now I'm like, this is amazing.
You're like, now you're sure your bar can pay me $3,000. You're sure of this. Positive.
The guy who booked it was like, hey, I'm really sorry to do this. Like they double booked and there's nothing I can do. And I'm trying to get them to move around times and they won't do it, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, I can give you $100 out of my pocket. I was like, keep your money, dude.
Double booked.
Yeah, a band, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, well.
Is the band flying in from New York City?
I think so, actually, yeah.
No, but
I'm
Bill.
Sure it's a local journey cover.
I was going to say.
This is the Black Keys has rescheduled their tour, and that's where they're going to be.
I got bumped in Columbus, Michigan for the Black Keys.
You got bumped by Torn, the greatest hits of Creed.
Right. So, yeah, been a big week over here. No, radio doesn't work.
Everything's coming up, Mayor.
Everything's coming up, Mayor. Flights are probably going to be delayed tomorrow morning. Shows are getting canceled.
The lovely Leanne Summers comes in here in the last break. She's doing her show over at WGAR when we're on the air. And she comes in, she goes, hey, how do you work the phones? I'm like, and she goes, no, I know all that. And I go, well, that's all the information I can give you.
Oh, I thought you knew how to call out.
I do, but I said, I almost never do that, but here's how you do it. And she's like, yeah, I know that. I go, well, then you've done all you can do. Having issues with I haven't had any issues with my phones today, but it's not always what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Who knows? It's those damn coronal ejaculations, whatever they are, off of the sun.
Yeah.
It's those geostorms. Gerard Butler tried to warn us about these, but we wouldn't listen.
The coconut milk ejaculate or whatever.
Yes. The coconut milk, the hot lava squirts, and then the coconut milk squirts. If only I still had AI Neil deGrasse Tyson to walk us through the whole thing. But I don't think I have that anymore. I have Tom Hanks to walk us through the thing.
Howdy, Alan. It's famous Cleveland native and film actor Tommy You-Know-Who. Here's a hint. I was in Volunteers with John Candy. I'm sorry I didn't reach out sooner, but I've been busy celebrating Cody's honor as the greatest sportscaster of all time.
Oh, I'll stop it there because he's going to make me sad. Hey, Jim, hello. Mary probably won't hear Jim on the phone either.
She won't.
No.
Correct. I cannot hear anything.
Okay,
I didn't hear Tom Hanks. I won't hear Jim.
That's okay.
Hey, Alan.
Jim, hi.
Hi. I wanted to chime in regarding what Bill was saying about Brothers Lounge last night. That woman was definitely way out of line, and I wanted to thank him for basically telling her off. Her whole part.
Noises!
was extremely obnoxious and loud.
Yeah.
So, how long had she been causing a problem before you went over there, Bill? You didn't jump down her throat. You probably gave her a little bit of rope, right?
Well, when they first came in, they came in guns blazing, just loud, and so like before they even like really sat down, I was like, "Hey, we got a show going on. Just please keep it down." And
how many in this group?
4.
Okay, 4 girls.
No, it was 2 men, 2 women.
Oh, okay.
And it was a weird group because like one of the women was like way older. I don't know. I didn't get the dynamic of it, but they were just hammered and just so loud. And so I asked them a couple times. The bartender asked them a few times, and they were just being loud. And then they started eating. When they're eating, they're being pretty quiet.
Yeah.
But
they picked the table in the middle of the whole place too.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, so they weren't off to the side by the bar or
No,
anything.
they were
Not at
God.
all.
No.
Yeah.
It was very obnoxious, and the one guy was even louder than this woman. I actually almost went over right before Bill did.
Yeah.
Because it was really annoying me.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's a bummer. Well, I certainly hope that
the
they
audience
didn't.
needs
I certainly hope, Jim, that they didn't inhibit your ability to enjoy the show.
No, it was great. In fact, the audience needs to come out and see these more as well because they're great, Bill. Thank you for putting these on.
Hey, thank you for coming out and supporting them. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Jim.
All right, thank you.
Are you saying boo or boo-earns? I was saying boo-earns.
The Cleveland comedy scene's on fire right now. They're shooting a movie in town, and there's a
Superman?
But another one, I can't remember what it's called, but
Superman?
it's Marshawn Lynch is in it apparently. And so he went to one of the shows on Saturday night, and you know Brian Sternick.
Yeah.
He used to be on the Funny Buzz. He's been on the show before, and he was losing his mind because he's like, "Oh, I'm telling jokes for Marshawn Lynch," and then Marshawn Lynch.
Beast mode, is that guy's
Yeah,
thing?
beast mode, yeah. And he gets up and leaves halfway through Brian's set, and Brian's like, "Oh no, Marshawn Lynch doesn't like me," but he just took a call. But he had nothing but glowing things to say about the show that they do at Mahal's apartment on Saturday nights.
Yeah.
So a lot of good stuff going on. And but it was just so funny because Brian left me like this 3-minute long message that got cut off because he was so pumped that he got to meet Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, he did meet him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. That guy's probably even bigger than he looks. He's probably bigger in person
Yeah,
than he
I think,
looks.
I mean, just his shoulders are just 3 feet wide.
He's retired, yeah?
Yeah, he's retired.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's mostly just doing some sports talk stuff and then like podcasts and you know, got a little bit of an acting career.
Will
now.
Arnett had him on Murderville, which
Yeah.
was his improv cop show on Netflix, and that
Yeah.
was pretty funny.
That was pretty funny. He was in was it Bottoms?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, he was in that.
He's making the rounds.
Yeah, he's in this new movie. So
His line readings are okay, like good enough, you
Yeah.
know? Mary, did you see Bill's Instagram?
No, what's on it?
yeah, you did.
What?
You liked the photo,
Which one?
the one that I posted today.
Oh yeah, congratulations! Yay!
She's like, no, what now?
Yeah.
Everything's
Well, 'cause
coming
I'm
up,
like,
Mare.
What is it? Is it something that's gonna make me puke? Is it the bikini contest? What are we talking about now?
God,
yeah,
she always
congratulations.
assumes the worst of you.
I
I do. I 100% do.
That's
Wow.
a you thing.
Most of Bill's existence, I assume, is to make me mad.
No, that's.
But
very
why would I
narcissistic.
ask you about it then?
Whatever.
Is that a comeback you worked out in your head ahead of time?
Yes.
Yeah. She's reading off printed notes.
my
2,
cue
whatever.
cards.
3, you're annoying. 4, if he says this, I'm going to say, stop. If he says this, I'm
Gross.
gonna, you suck.
Ew. Bill.
So what was his picture, Mary?
It was that he won Cleveland's Funniest in Cleveland Scene Magazine, Best Male Comedian.
Yay! I did it. Second time.
Who took Mary's crown now that
Uh,
she's no longer a local female comedian?
A comedian named Tabitha Jones, who was very, very funny. She just did the taping that we did at Brothers Lounge a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And she's very funny, and she crushes it in the roast battles too. And Cleveland's one of the like official roast battle cities that they do like these contests worldwide, and Cleveland officially is part of that syndicate now.
How is that? Just because the people here are good enough to make the cut? Or
Yeah. They just it's they produce good roast battles, and they have a good rivalry going. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's Chris Paul and Jeremy Shearer that got that going, and Tabitha helps out with that as well. And she won, and she's very funny. We got a great scene.
She deserves it.
Yeah, she does.
By the way, I just did get the word that they have canceled the Guardians game for tonight. So the double header is not going to happen tomorrow. It will happen on August the 26th, which is a Monday night. It's also International Dog Day for anybody.
Yeah.
Now, for a double header baseball game, you could convert that into International Hot Dog Day if you were so inclined. And for those listening on the iHeartRadio app or trying to, I do appreciate your persistence. They've been having trouble with the app today, too, as that is also a software application.
Oh, my God.
So, anywho, boy, so much big news between Bill Squire and the Guardians game getting postponed.
And the Alan Cox Show won Best Radio Show.
Well,
Hey,
congratulations
that's us,
to
guys.
us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did it.
Well, I'm sure there was amazing competition for that. Let me guess. It was us and podcasts.
No, it was real radio shows. The Morning Hang with Ryan Lang, I believe, came in second.
I don't know what that is.
I've never even heard of that.
No.
Well, it's the Morning Hang with Ryan Lang.
All right.
I know what it is. But
Is that a show that tells people over and over again to vote for them?
I don't know. I don't
okay.
listen to it. I just know what it is.
Yeah.
I know.
All right. Us and Rover and that guy?
Rover didn't even. I didn't see them in the top 3.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
Which goes to show how, because, I mean, we all know that Rover does huge numbers here, so it's not like.
Well, and that's the thing. That's why I never mention it. Like, I'm never going to ask anybody to vote because,
it was fun to do it for Pound Cake.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they want to, they will.
Yeah.
And, I've made my criticisms clear. It's always, they put podcasts in the radio category, and you can't tell me that you can't come up with 2 other radio shows in the entire Cleveland market besides us that people would vote for. Maybe not. What the hell do I know? I'm in a bubble, man. I don't listen to anything else. I don't pay attention. I got my own problems. But if you did vote, thank you. That's appreciated. I like that people are still enjoying things. Boy, I've got a lot of food news. And I know food news doesn't necessarily scratch people where they itch. But you know what I've come to learn? Even me, food, Mary, universal.
Yeah. I've heard that.
Universal.
I've heard that people like it.
Yeah. The guy who runs Costco was on an earnings call, the Q2 earnings call, and he said, hey, we ain't changing the price of that hot dog. Speaking of hot dogs.
They can't change it.
Well,
beat them up. Or they are doing it.
They'll murder somebody, right? The old CEO said, I'll kill somebody. I'll kill the next son of a bitch who comes in here. No, but it wrapped up in the whole, because listen, every company's trying to make money, more money. And the Costco $1.50 hot dog, they were dipping their toe into that publicly. Every so often you'd hear word leak out there like, oh, maybe we'll raise the price. And then, because most people just need one thing that they can hang on to, even something as stupid as a Costco hot dog. They were all up in arms. And so this is the Q3 earnings call. And the CEO said, I just want to let everybody know the $1.50 hot dog price is not changing.
Good.
Sorry, that's the CFO of Costco, a guy named Gary Millerchip.
Sounds like a made-up name.
I know.
That sounds like he's on with a podcast.
I thought his name was going to be Frank Kirkland or something, yeah. So, no, they're not changing that. I have yet to have a Costco dog, but it's on my list. I'm going to have a Polish boy. I'm going to have a Costco hot dog. And I'm going to, I'm sure there'll be some other things in there.
Mr. Hero.
Mr.
Yes.
Hero, yes. It's purely coincidence that they're all food related. And so he said that the $1.50 price would remain in place for the foreseeable future. Probably safe for a while is what the guy said. Of course, famously, the founder of Costco, Jim Costco, once said, if you raise the effing hot dog, I will kill you.
Mm-hmm.
threatened somebody else with death over that. So that won't change. Also, because people do need things to get upset about, and they take it really, really seriously, because, what did I say, Mary? Food is universal.
Yes, you did say that.
People take it very seriously when something about food they like changes. And I like how dramatic people get. Because I don't know what these people's lives are. It might be the one thing that brings them joy. But they are still overly dramatic about it. So when people started commenting about the fact that Chips Ahoy changed their recipe, and people were one person called it absolutely shameful. It was shameful that Chips Ahoy changed their cookie recipe. Shameful.
It is shameful.
Truly terrible, awful, and shameful.
You know what, though? Chips Ahoy, I only like the chewy ones. The
1,000 chips, delicious, bro.
Yeah, but the regular blue package ones where they're all
I like
hard.
those. Those are probably my favorite cookie to dip in milk.
I've
Because
never had
they're
a
a little
Chips
bit
Ahoy.
harder?
You never had a Chips Ahoy?
No.
What are you?
I'm somebody who's never had a Chips Ahoy.
You know what I'm going to do tomorrow?
I'm fine.
bringing in all of these items.
I'm fine with the Oreo. I don't need, you go up and there's, even if you like Chips Ahoy, there's 50 different kinds.
Yeah, but just try the original.
I don't
I like the
care.
chewy. I like the chewy.
That's fine. I'm
The
not saying
soft
anybody
ones.
shouldn't. I'm just saying when they change the recipe and people put finger to keyboard to call it shameful.
Yeah.
A word that really
People like
should
their things. People like their cookies the way they are.
a word that really should be reserved for something that is actually shameful.
Mary,
something that would generate shame.
You're gonna bring a bunch of stuff in for Alan to eat tomorrow?
Yeah, send me a list. I'm going to bring him.
No,
You gotta
I'm
do
not
it
going to
before
eat
the
any
show.
of it. I'm not
I
eating
know, I'll
any
bring
of
it
it.
in at 11 a.m. You
No.
think I care?
I'm
I'm
not.
going to bring in a Roman burger, a Polish boy.
Oh, come on, dude.
What else? Chips Ahoy. What else has he said he's never had?
So I'm going to start the show with one giant gut bomb. No thanks.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I'll fall asleep half
You
an
take
hour in.
one bite of each thing, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you're going to be, me and Bill will finish the rest.
Yes,
You'll
we
be
will.
fine.
Happily.
Well, okay.
Happily.
All right. If that's what you want to do, but it seems like I'm going to take a bite and you guys are going to eat the rest?
You
Have
can
you met
can eat as much as you want, but we know you like your small portions.
I do. Well, I like reasonable portions. And this is what's happening with the Ozempic thing. We talked about how grocery stores and restaurants and things like that have to adapt to Ozempic Nation because people are eating less. And so they're like, the big irony of Ozempic is they said one of the side effects is more sensitive taste buds.
Oh.
What a bummer. You took this drug to get you to stop eating. Turns out you could taste everything way better. So anyway, Chips Ahoy, their improved recipe has got people flaming them online. They go, look, all we did was we changed our chocolate chips so they would have a higher cacao content, and they changed the texture a little bit. And what did people think? Shameful. Truly terrible. I won't be buying ever again. Shameful. This should cause shame to them over there.
Shame.
At Chips Ahoy
Shame.
that they changed the
Shame.
cookie consistency. Hey, Diane.
Hey, I was just having a debate with someone about this. You were talking about the Chips Ahoy Chewy cookies, and I wanted to know, I know you haven't tried them, but do you prefer the Chewy Chips Ahoy or the Keebler Soft Batch?
Ooh, Keebler Soft Batch.
Now, what's the difference?
For sure. Different companies.
Yeah.
No,
different-
I know that, Diane. What's the? You're not buying them because you're brand loyal. You're buying them because you like one cookie over the other one. Yes, one's made by
I prefer
elves,
elves.
and the other one is made by soulless corporate heathens who should be, according to these people, ashamed of themselves. Shameful.
Always
So,
choose the elves.
what makes one better than the other?
Just the
Just
flavor.
the-
I don't know the consistency.
Yeah,
Okay.
the flavor, the
All right.
texture.
So you
Yeah, I
go with
prefer the Keebler ones, too.
Diane.
Yeah.
You go with the elves every time.
Yeah, I'm with you on the soft
for
batch.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone I've asked said the opposite. I haven't gotten any other people who prefer the soft batch.
It's me and you against the world, baby.
So,
Oh, yeah.
just out of curiosity, how many people have you asked? Have you really been bugging your friends with this question?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've asked about probably 20 people at this point.
20 people. So her friends are like,
Yeah,
oh,
at
Christ, here comes Diane. She's going to ask about the cookies again.
I only asked them once.
Oh, okay. Now, are you keeping are you keeping like a spreadsheet, or are you just taking mental notes?
Mental notes. I don't need a spreadsheet because everyone has said the Chips Ahoy Chewy.
Okay.
I can't believe it.
Now,
Until
would,
me.
would you
Yeah.
would you think lesser of someone if they said what Bill said? Do you think less of Bill
No,
or more of
she's
Bill?
on my side.
Yeah.
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 All right.
I no longer have friends. I had to unfriend everyone who said Chips Ahoy.
Like I said,
This is the one bit of
Me and you
connective
versus the
tissue
world.
she had with her friends. Well, then I guess we should celebrate your position now as a new outsider in your friend group, Diane.
Yes.
If you can't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. I think that's what they say, right?
right. Diane, someone
Always
that
stand with the elves.
my
All right.
my friend that's listening said you sound hot too, so you got that going for you. You like the Keebler
Oh, thanks.
soft batch, and you have a hot voice.
Those are the only two things that you need in a woman.
That's Diane likes a soft batch every now and then.
Look what you've done to
All right,
yourself.
thank you.
Looks like somebody's luck just came up. Shortbread. Look at clams!
Diane goes, okay, thank you, and hangs up. I love it. All right, well, there's a little bit of food news for you. Oh, cutting edge. All right, $50. Speaking of food, Blue Heron Brewery down there in Medina. The menu's great. The patio's awesome. The drinks, top notch. That's what people say after they've gone. And so I'll get you started there with $50. Blue Heron Brewery in Medina after the break. 35192. Want to send a text, and we'll be back.
It's the Alan Cox Show.
On our free iHeartRadio app and your favorite smart device.
Just tell it to play the Alan Cox Show.
On iHeartRadio.
This September, our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is coming back to Las Vegas.
2 nights on one stage.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Big Sean, Camila Cabello, Doja Cat, Gwen Stefani, Hozier, Keith Urban, New Kids on the Block, Paramore, Shabuzi, The Black Crowes, Thomas Rhett, Victoria Monet, and more.
Never seen before collaborations.
And once-in-a-lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe.
Tickets go on sale Friday, June 14th.
But starting